Hey, this is Clay, and this is my first video that I've ever done on the channel. Now, I do have a whole separate other YouTube channel, so this isn't my first YouTube video, but as far as this channel is concerned, it is my first one. So I was thinking, what can I do that kind of just symbolize, my first YouTube video on the channel? And I thought, why don't I just talk about the first pistol that I ever bought and the first gun that I ever bought? It's not the first gun I ever got. The first one was actually a present to me, but as far as the first one I purchased, it was a pistol. So first gun, first video, I thought, hey, let's talk about it. And that is where the Glock 17 Gen 4 comes into play. This was the first pistol that I went out. I was not thinking of this originally. I was actually looking at some Berettas, but then I talked to my brother-in-law, who's former Marines and stuff, and he said, you should just check out the Glocks for a very first one. It's a good starter gun, and he was definitely right. I went, checked it out, and I thought, what, this is what I want. It does a lot of what I am looking for, and I made the purchase. So what am I looking for? Obviously this is empty, but what I was looking for is just something. First off, let me offer a little context here. I'm not like a professional shooter. I'm not a competitive shooter. I'm not like hardcore into guns. I mean, it's a big hobby. It's a newer hobby for me, and I'm definitely getting more and more into it. So if you're like some sort of competitive shooter and you're like, I need to know down to the micro inch what these things are, and I want shot groupings, and I need that to the quarter. Nothing like that. I mean, I'm just like a Joe Schmo that likes guns. So I'm going to give you that perspective on things. So what I was looking for is efficiency and reliability. What do I mean by efficiency? I wanted something that is good for a cheapskate like me, that will shoot any type of bullet. Steel casing, remanufactured, you name it. I wanted something that will chew through it and just spit it out because I like to shoot. Behind me, you can see that's my property. So I can go shoot as much as I want, and I've been doing that, but it can add up if you're not smart about it. So I'm just a geek with numbers anyway, so I've broken things down to, and it's all a science. I got the prices down to a science, but at that point, I want to know that I'm not paying a whole lot. So that was the main thing that, why I wanted the Glock. They chew through anything, including steel case, and that's, a whole nother topic of whether or not it's good. And maybe I'll make a video on that with my experience, but that's the first thing. These are reliable, and if you're, been around guns, I don't think that's anything that you're not familiar with. Glocks are very reliable, and in my experience, the 17, I've never had anything problems with it. I take that back. My wife was shooting it once, and she had some limp wristing action, so there's a failure to eject, but that was kind of caused. I'm not going to blame the gun for that one. I'm not going to blame the ammunition. My wife, she just needed to firm up her wrist a little bit more. But so from that perspective, that's why I wanted to get it. And the other thing is that, it's really simple. You look at some of the 1911s and stuff, and it's pretty, complicated in terms of tearing down and all that sort of stuff. But I'm going to just quickly break this down. And here you can see all the stuff that came with it if you're interested. Came with 3 mags. All the mags came with it were loaded with 10 rounds. That's a joke. Came with some back straps though, the lock box, and then just some other things. But none of this is new. Like I said, I've put, I don't know, a lot of rounds through this one by now, and I don't want to look like an idiot when we go down on the range and shoot. So I'm trying to at least not look like a total moron. So let's just break it down. Like I said, I'm not a very smart guy. I'm not very mechanically inclined. So I was like, all right, I wanted something because I'm a cheapskate and I'm not mechanically inclined. So first I wanted something that was cheap. Then I wanted something that easy to clean, easy to tear down. So to do this, all you're going to do is, so you lock it like this. Then there are a couple little levers there. So you push those down and then you unrelease it, pull the trigger. I got it on my first try. I was a little nervous. And here it is. And then, you can take out the spring. You got the barrel. So, 4 pieces. And even somebody as pathetic as I am when it comes to being mechanically inclined, 4 pieces, I can even handle that. So, that was a big draw for me too. And with this day and age, like a lot of pistols are like this, so this isn't like groundbreaking on Glock's part or anything. But that was just one of the things that I wanted as, a first gun. So let's put this back together. Come on now. Look at that. And somebody as boneheaded as me can even do it. And I think I did it pretty quick too. So if you're maybe somebody that's, you're just like, yeah, I'm kind of like this schmuck, I'm not very good with mechanically inclined. I want something that's very simplistic in terms of tear down, cleaning. and I'm going to be doing another video for cleaning it. But yeah, like I said, it's very straightforward. So like I said, came with 3 mags, 17 round mags, and some back straps, and a very simple setup. So let's just go shoot this thing. So this is what we're going to be shooting at today. It's an old door. We had some things done to our house, and one of the construction workers was like, hey man, that would actually work really well to hold targets. And I thought, hey, you're a genius. So we held onto the door, and we're going to be using this to hold, like I said, the targets. This is actually, as you can see, brand new. So my plan is, assuming I make more videos, which is the plan, that we're going to just shred this thing over the course of our YouTube history. So right now it's as pretty can be, but the more videos you hopefully come back and watch, the more and more shredded up this thing is going to become. We will be shooting at paper plates, very cost-effective way, and I think they're either 5 or 6 inches, but we're going to be shooting at these from 10 yards, so let's see how it goes. Okay, so we're all set up, and like I said, it was actually bothering me, so I found a tape measure and I measured the plates. They're 6 inches, so we're shooting at the 6-inch plates from 10-ish yards away, and we'll see if I can hit anything. Right now I have 7 plates set up, but who knows? I'm gonna keep shooting until I don't look like an idiot. So I don't know, we might be here all afternoon. We'll figure out here, but yeah, let's get started. I'm gonna go for that top left one for the first 10 rounds. I got my mags loaded with just 10 bullets, so we'll go 10 rounds per plate. So let's see what happens. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I missed one high. Man, I pulled that thing bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm actually pretty pleased with that one. I don't know what happened on the one. I obviously shot that, yanked it real high, but 9 for 10 at a 6-inch plate. If that was a normal size plate, maybe that high one would have still been on the plate, but that's just a terrible excuse on my part. I'm trying to justify having bad fundamentals with that one. So let's keep shooting. Did I miss high again? Yes, I missed high again. What is my problem? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 10 was super high. If you're like a gun expert, why is my one going super high? Please leave that in the comments below. And I realize I'm yelling right now because I didn't take off my headphones, but I'm kind of irritated at myself that I'm on the plate and then one. All right, let's just keep shooting. All right, round 3. I'm going to try not to yank one to the high side this time. Let's see what happens. Now I pulled one a little bit to the left, but that would definitely have been on a big plate. So I'm happy with this round, but still, I don't want them. I'm not using a big plate, right? I'm using a small plate, so they all need to be on the small plate. So let's just keep shooting. All right, let's go round 4.
One second, don't start yet.
Did I miss high again? Yep. At least my high ones are coming down. At least the high ones are coming down. Pretty tight though, so yeah. I'm happy with that one, except I just can't go 10 for 10, can I? All right, let's keep shooting. Round 5. Did I go high again? Yep. Oh my goodness. I don't know, I think that's something psychologically. Good grief. All right, let's keep shooting. All right, let's go with round 6. Yeah, I think I just hit dead center staple. I want to go check that one out. So right there is where I put the staple. These make me happy when the plate just falls because you hit it right on where you put the staple. I guess I should have put the staple dead center, but it's still a good feeling. First time I've ever done it on my first shot. So I'm going to go restaple this one and we'll finish shooting it. Well, I'm getting worse at this point. I missed 2 on that one. So let's give it one more round, 10 more rounds. Let's see if I can end 10 for 10 on the last one. All right, I actually trade stocks for a living, so I'm all into like investments and trading, all that sort of stuff. So we're gonna end with this one. It holds 31. This has no practical value other than it's fun. But if the government starts banning things, my theory at least is that they're going to start with the magazines first. So these will skyrocket in value if that starts. So I do own a few of these that I don't plan on using, but like I said, it's like an investment. And you know, worst case, if zombies show up, then I'll be locked and loaded. So I'm only going to shoot 10 from this though, but I only have 6 mags. Again, 3 come with the gun, so I went out and bought another 3. But then this one will suffice for the final 10. So. Yeah, let's see how I can end. Yeah. I missed 2? That's terrible. That just means one thing. Got to keep shooting, got to keep practicing. So that's going to wrap up the shooting. As you saw, 70 rounds. I don't know, I was pleased with it. Like I said, I'm not a competitive shooter, so I realize if this was some professional, then that's terrible. But for me, I'm happy with it. Shooting at 6-inch plates, 10 yards away. You know, I got work to do, obviously, but I'm going to keep at it. I'm going to keep practicing, and I'm just going to just have fun. That's the great thing about this as a hobby. I'm just going to have fun, and by having fun, as long as I'm practicing properly, then I'm going to get better. So that is the plan. This was the first video, as I started saying. So if you liked what you saw, hopefully you want to click the like button, subscribe to the channel. If you have some suggestions, then like I said, I run another YouTube channel. So I do read feedback, and it's how I've built that. I like to get feedback. I like to get criticism as long as it's constructive. Just like, you suck. Okay, well, thanks, but I can't really do anything with that. So if you want to offer constructive criticism on maybe some things you'd like to see, some ideas for other videos, then let me know. Again, I'm just an average guy that has shooting guns as a hobby. So I'm not really qualified in the sense of some competitive shooter to let you know about all the little intricacies of shooting, but just ideas, feedback is always appreciated. So hopefully you like this, and you want to come back and watch some more.